Thank you, Joe. First of all, I want to tell everybody it's an honor and a privilege to represent Thomas More here at such a great event here at St. Vincent. I'd also like to thank Coach Colbert and St. Vincent for their hospitality. I'd also like to thank my SID, Corey Blankson, for all the hard work he does running our football program and our student athletes. I also like to thank the coaching staffs that are here, the head coaches. This is a very, very tough league, and you got to be ready to play every single week. It's a very, very well-respected league, and like I know it's been said before, you cannot take anybody for granted. You cannot take anybody for granted at all. I'd also like to thank and congratulate all the guys that are representing their schools today. It's a great honor to be here to represent your school. Like I said, you guys, are beyond football. You guys are obviously great football players, but are even better people. And I think it's a great honor to be at such a great event as it is today. I'd like to first kind of go into a little bit of last year. I know people ask me all the time, how are you guys going to not be complacent, be happy where you've been the last 3 years? Well, our second round playoff game, I would say we ate some humble pie. Got humbled in the experience that we had down in Texas, and I think that helped us with our off season about putting our chip on our shoulder and be able to go back to work. And I know our guys are very, very excited about this upcoming season. They did some hard work in the weight room this past off season and had a very, very had a really good spring football. And I think they know now what it takes to be one of the elite programs around the nation. And I know that kind of brought us back down to earth. And I know our guys are ready and really looking forward to the 2011 journey to try to win a fourth championship. And our seniors this year could break a record. I don't know if anybody's known this. Our senior, the number for seniors to win is 34. And our seniors have the opportunity to have more than 34 wins this season. And I don't even know if those guys know that. But I say that's a great honor to have, to break that 34 win mark. And I know our guys will be very, very excited and up to that challenge. The guy I brought with me that means a lot to me, I recruited him 4 years ago, is Kendall Owens. Kendall Owens is kind of part of the three-headed monster that we have at running back. Kendall is a great football player, but even a better person. He's the kind of kid that I would trust watching my kids. And you got to be pretty athletic to watch my kids because they got twin boys that are 2. So you got to be all over the place. And I know he's the kind of guy that I could trust. And just the kind of guy, when you give him the ball, you hold your breath because he can make things happen. I always tell people he's a guy you can't tackle in a telephone booth. He's that kind of guy. And to see him mature over the last 3 years has been an honor and a privilege to do that because he's come a long way, not only as a person and as a football player, as a student, but he was named captain on one of our football teams. And I'm very, very excited to have him as one of our captains this year, and I expect big things from Kendall Owens. And kind of going into our offense, we have 9 starters back on offense. It goes with our offensive line. We have 4 starters up front, and it's headed by Jeremy Hoop, one of our other captains, and Kevin Knowlton. And our quarterback is back, Rob Keys. I think last year was a good learning experience for him to kind of take over the reins from Coach Stellman. And I know we expect big things from him this year from the experiences he got last year from going into the playoffs and obviously through the PAC schedule. And then the three-headed monster. It starts with Kendall Owens, Adam Rauch, and Dominique Hayden. Dominique Hayden and Adam Rauch will be sophomores back at running back, and Kendall Owens will be our senior. And I'm very, very excited about those guys getting the ball to them and hopefully making me look good. And then at wide receiver, we have a good core of guys coming back, starting with Corey Cartmill, Austin Studer, Monsieur Doucette, Tony Bell. Those guys all have had a great offseason, but I know we're going to bring in some competition at the wide receiver position. I know those guys will be up to it. We're very, very excited about the playmakers we have on our team and the guys that are going to compete for those positions. Defensively, we lose a couple of guys, and we have 7 starters back. And 7 starters are headed by the guys Nick Ramke, who's one of our middle linebackers who's been an all-PAC selection. Jay Volker, who's been a 2-time first-team all-selection at DN, who's also a captain. He also was an all-region player for us. And also Antonio Booker, one of our corners. Another guy that was a preseason All-American that plays free safety for us, who's had 19 interceptions, is Zach Ottenreed. That's kind of our core of our defense. We're very excited about those guys coming back. And the bar's been set very high on our defense. And I think those guys, obviously, they know the hard work they have to put in this summer camp to get ready for this season. And then special teams. I know sometimes special teams get overlooked, but we're very, very, very happy with our all-league punter, Aaron Walters. He'll be a senior, a guy who can change field position to help us offensively and defensively. He's also our kickoff guy. Aaron made a decision this past offseason that he could have, he was a baseball player too. Didn't want to play baseball, decided he wanted to work out and get after it, and I think that really, really has helped him become a better football player. And, people ask, what's going to happen, what's going to happen with your team? And for me, when I'm driving up, it takes 5 hours to get here from Northern Texas, Cincinnati. You have a long time to think about things. And I know the football season's shortly going to be here when you take that 5-hour trip, and it gets me excited about the things that we have to do. And I know with the returning starters that are coming back, and for us to gel as a team, for guys to be selfless, and for guys to obviously put in the hard work and have a chip on our shoulder and to play with a sense of urgency, I think our team can be up to that challenge, and I'm very, very excited about our outlook. I know our coaching staff has done a great job this offseason with workouts and recruiting, and like I said, we're very, very excited about the season getting started, and I wish everybody the best of luck. Thank you very much.